Welcome everybody to That's Weird Stuff, the show where I share stories of the strange and bizarre. But this time I'm sharing a story of a story, so story
Storyception.
okay,
So just Inception.
so Stanley Kubrick's is The Shining is in most opinions, including mine, the greatest horror movie ever created. Um, And there has been many stories of the production of the movie, like Kubrick driving Shelley Duvall insane, and Stephen King even disliking the movie, even though he wrote the book. There has also been much analysis about the meaning of the movie, from books to even a whole movie itself called Room 237. So go check that out. Um, so to this time, I got three of the most famous theories from the movie, and I'm gonna ask you guys like which one's your favorite, or which one do you think is the most plausible. So the first theory is called the Native American theory, and this one pretty much just says that all the symbolism in the movie has to do with all the blood on the Native American blood on the white man's hands. So
No.
it's pretty much Kubrick's white man's guilt. So things clues that support this theory is the set was supposedly built on an Indian burial ground.
Isn't that all of the United States, though?
I know you could probably say that about everywhere. The logo on the baking powder in the kitchen is a Native American. There's Native American artwork that decorates the whole hotel.
That's most of
I
a
will
lot
say
of hotels.
that is most of
Where
hotels.
is that movie based?
Especially if you're in
Denver.
Texas or New Mexico or
Denver.
Arizona.
No, Colorado.
Yeah, Colorado.
I
Sorry.
know nothing. I know. Never mind.
There's a dead body seen on a Native American rug. The blood in the elevator, the famous blood scene, is said to be the blood of Native Americans that the white man
I thought you were
killed.
gonna give me like an actual like O negative or something. I was like, how would you know that?
We know this by the film.
Oh, negative.
By the film
And then-
grain right there.
That famous photo at the end of the movie with Jack on it, that stated July 4th, which is, of course, America's Independence Day, where we took the country for ourselves. So.
Technically, the British had it first.
Well, then we come to the NASA theory, which is Kubrick was involved in the fake moon landing
Oh, I believe that one.
and left clues in the film, such as Danny wearing an Apollo 11 sweater, Room 237 being a reference to the distance between the moon and the Earth, the carpet pattern resembling a launch pad, and finally Jack's final speech to Wendy about duty.
You said duty.
So it's like he had this sense of duty that he had to keep the secret of the moon landing.
That one's reaching.
That one's
That
really
one's reaching real bad.
I would go more there's I like the theory. I don't believe it that he faked the moon landing, but that's there. You gave me nothing to support that one.
And then our final theory is it's kind of two theories in one. It's like a reincarnation or double theory. So in this one, there's a bunch of doubling that happens and mirroring that happens throughout the movie. So like we said, Jack is in modern times, but there's also a photo of him from 1921. You know. The former caretaker, Charles Grady, who murdered his family in the 70s. And then later, there's a ghost named Grady, but his name's Dilbert Grady, and he lived in the 1920s.
It's Dilbert.
Obviously, it was Dilbert. I mean,
There's the beginning scenes where Jack and Wendy are getting interviewed by professionals, and Jack kind of acts like he doesn't care, and Wendy's kind of nervous about her interview. There's employees. There's an employee that looks like Jack from behind.
Twins.
There's those twins, the girls in the hallway. They're dressed like twins. There's female employees that look like twins. And then, of course, there's the mazes. There's a maze. There's like a miniature of the maze inside, and then there's that maze outside. And then there's two versions of the bathing woman. There's like a dead bathing woman, and normal bathing woman. And then
Really trying not to give spoilers on this one.
the Shining guy who lives in Florida. He works there, but he lives in Florida. He's got posters of naked ladies on his wall.
He does.
2 posters of naked ladies.
Don't we all?
So these are just some of the theories.
That's why we don't show that.
Yeah. Right now, we're enjoying it.
Shame on you, Mike. Look at all these.
And that's his kitchen. It's kind of weird.
Right over the stove.
He's just cooking.
So there's just 3 of the Shining theories, but what do you guys think? Which one's the most plausible? Which one's your favorite? Or if I hadn't said one and you want to say one, go ahead. So
Yeah. She like looked over and was like,
You guys know which one. It is. You know which one. Dude, I've only seen that movie I think twice. I don't remember really that much of it at all. So all the stuff you're saying, I'm like, vaguely remember that. What was the point of the last one? Like everything being in pairs?
yeah, like everyone's getting reincarnated.
No, I would say that one's probably the most. Like,
Weirdly enough, that actually ties into our Follow the House of Usher review.
does it?
It's about pairs, twins.
Is it?
is it?
Well, there's twins.
We'll get into it.
The papa and the sister?
Yeah.
But I think I would almost give credence to the Native American one because that one's kind of implied in the film too. And I think the book. I forgot about the book. I haven't read the book in like 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
But they mentioned like in the movie, or sorry, inside the story that it was on a Native American burial ground. But he does it like there and there.
There?
Right over there.
My jaw's coming out. It happens at The Shining and in Pet Cemetery too.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering well, he didn't do Poltergeist, but yeah, it's Kubrick. So I mean, him and Spielberg were friends. So and they try to like go off of each other. So
I like the mirroring one, the third one, because of all like, the twins and stuff like that.
Yeah, the second one's just laughable. It's
Yeah.
real goofy.
The NASA
I do like to
one?
believe
Yeah.
that one in front of Carlos because he's like,
That would be
there
really
was
funny.
definitely it's not.
But it's
fake.
like that's such like reaching. It's like
he
kids
watches
probably
these
wear
two.
an ass shirt because that's what was popular at the time.
Yeah.
he watches
So like, no, it's a message. Whoa,
Jared's
Excuse
dying.
me.
Jared's dying.
So here's what
It's
happened.
impossible.
They launched the set to the moon, and robots set up the set, but there was no people there, so they just flew it.
I do like the meme of like they hired Kubrick to film the fake moon landing. He was such a perfectionist. He's like,
He
screw
actually
it.
did it.
We have to go to the moon to get this.
Do you think
Practical effects.
Yeah.
you know how there's the model of the maze? Do you think there's people that like, and then they go and do it, and they're like, dang it.
Well,
Three turns in. I thought I had that.
that's one thing about the hotel set. It's like it doesn't make any sense.
Mhm.
Like there's a scene where the guy's in the office and there's like a window behind him,
Oh,
but there's like no way that window could be
Wasn't
there.
there like some documentary you were watching?
Yeah, we actually
Yeah.
watched Room
about
230,
someone who
so
like tracked the movements of Danny and everybody
The
else. They're
board.
like,
Yeah.
where are they going?
it just doesn't make
Like
any
they're going
sense.
out into the maze at this point.
Yeah, so that's gonna do it for this episode of That's Weird Stuff. Like, subscribe, and notify yourself for even more good stuff, and we will be back.
Now I gotta go watch that movie again.
Yep.